Welcome to Iron Chef China.
Introducing Chef Sydney. Yeah. Introducing Chef Bella. Now we shall introduce our judges. First we have Makenzie Miller. Wait, where is she? Next we have Allie Cheney. And that concludes the judges.
Here are the ingredients. We have some basil. Basil adds a nice smooth flavor to the spring rolls. The avocado adds more flavor. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more flavorful, the carrot.
Here are chefs hard at work.
Spring roll is a traditional Chinese snack that symbolizes wealth. In Chinese, it is called chun juan. In the same dynasty that was in 317 to 420 AD, the spring roll was eaten on the first day of spring. And in the Song dynasty, it was called the five-spice dish. During the Qing and Ming dynasties, there was a custom of biting spring, which welcomed spring. And when you ate the spring roll, it warded off evil and disaster. And here's Sydney preparing her final dish. Now, Sydney, what sort of technique should you use when wetting the rice?
I like to use the spin method. Once it's been soaked, at first it's a little stiff, so it's a little hard, but as you can see, it's slowly softening up. So I like to spin it. It really gets the job done. Way better than any other way possible. Oh! Then, it's a little slick, you can see, but I carefully place it and arrange it on here. Now, for the traditional Chinese spring roll, I like to add my cucumber first because I love cucumber. I place about 5 on the plate. I like to add a 6th one just for good measures. Then I add my avocado or avocado, however you like to say it. I really love these two, and that's why I put them first. Now we get to the nasty stuff, tofu. We just put one of these on there just because. Then we add our carrots. I loved diced and chopped carrots or even slivers like this. Then, this is the best. We have our basil leaves. I like to lay it like this, and I like to lay another like this. And for good measure, we put a 3rd on top. Some of y'all may have noticed I put a lot of basil on here, but I think basil is a good thing. Then we have our rice noodles. They are very sticky, extremely sticky, and we just plop it on here. This is just not the pretty part of the spring roll at all, but we like to have a lot of it because it's what people enjoy. Finally, to wrap things up, we wrap it up. We continue wrapping the spring roll as tight as possible. It's very sticky and quite difficult, but that's okay. We just keep wrapping. Most spring rolls are a little bit more skinnier and look better, but who cares about looks when it tastes good? And now for the final touch on my spring rolls, I like to put a little bit of chili sauce on it. I decorate it smoothly and I pour smoothly over it. It's a little rough. Then I like to circle the outer edge of the plate very, very swiftly. Then for the final touch of this beautiful, beautiful plate, I sprinkle the peanuts right on top, and a little bit on the surrounding circle. And that is all. Thank you for watching, and I hope y'all I hope the judges enjoy this.
Thank you, Chef Sydney.
Now we have Chef Bella preparing her final touch to the dish of spring rolls.
Okay, so what you do is you take your rice wrap, you soak it in the water. I truthfully just let it sit because moving it at all sometimes has a tendency to rip it, and you really don't want that. So after about 30 seconds in the warm water, you're gonna plate it, and you're gonna just spread it out. And when you're putting your ingredients on, you're gonna make sure that you put it not in the middle, but near the edge. So whenever you roll it, it looks nicer. Okay. So first we're gonna add our noodles. These are some rice noodles, also known as glass noodles.
How do you say that?
Glass noodles. And you're just gonna put it in a little line off to the side. And now you're gonna add some cucumber, just a few strips, because cucumber can really overpower the dish. So probably just about 3. Next we're gonna add some carrot for a little bit more crunch. Still not adding too much, but just enough to balance it with the tofu. Now tofu is a really good protein if you don't have chicken or I guess are vegetarian. Tofu is a very good substitute because it's a very good, good protein. And last we're just gonna add 2 pieces of avocado. And we're gonna wrap it up, making sure to do it slowly to make sure not to rip the wrap. Rip the wrap. Slowly. And once you're done, you're gonna tuck in the ends, fold it into itself so your ingredients don't fall out. And there you have it, spring rolls.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef Bella.
And now for my final touch, I like to use the blood of the emperors. You see, it's kind of thick because the plasma has clotted over the years, so it's kind of dangerous when using it. So take caution, I warn you, but it's well worth it. And then to finish the garnish, do it lightly on the other side. There you go. There we are. Now, it's very, very troublesome. This is probably the most difficult part of this recipe, is finding the correct, let's see, I prefer to use AA blood because O blood, it just is awful. I mean, just the taste after a while, it's just pretty disgusting. But, so I think that's about it because my syringe is giving me some trouble. And then we garnish it with a little bit of peanuts, shelled preferably, gives it a nice earthy taste. And this is what I call the explosion.
Now look at these dishes today, Judge Allie. What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really excited about that one over there, or really this one. I mean, what? Emperor?
I know it's a little much, but I think it looks pretty scrumdiddlyumptious.
I guess we'll have to see.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. All
right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Apparently Mackenzie's a messy eater over there. So what do you think, Mackenzie?
Well, I can't tell. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think they were just okay.
It's okay. Well, do you have a winner in mind? All right, ladies, you ready for the final answer? Ready? All right.
Sorry to break it to you, but...
Everyone's a winner! Yay! We lost your recipient.
And that concludes today's episode of
Iron Chef China.
No emperors were harmed in the making of this film. Except for this one.